Hey everyone, today I'm going to review for you both the Darth Vader and Stormtrooper BrickHeadz. This is, I think, the fifth and sixth Star Wars BrickHead. The others being Han Solo, Chewbacca, Rey, Kylo Ren. So I think that's not six, I think that's four. I think these are the fifth and sixth ones. Yeah, so I got that wrong. But yeah, the first one is Darth Vader actually. The number being, let me check that real quick. Yeah, 55. So yeah, again, if you're really keeping track of the numbers and counting your BrickHeadz, it's the 55th one, so I'm not really sure. The ones that were recently released are in the 60s right now, so this one is supposed to go all the way back to the Rey and Kylo Ren BrickHeadz and the Chewbacca and Han Solo BrickHeadz, so they're not the newer ones. I mean, these are the newer ones, but these are part of the Star Wars wave, and those came out like 10 numbers ago or so. So yeah, in the 50s, so this is technically the 54th, I mean not 54th, the numbers I said were, again, 55th and 56th. Yeah, the Darth Vader BrickHead I'm not really a fan of. I mean, obviously it does look cool, the design does look pretty good. But I'm not really liking the design of the helmet itself. I feel like they could have done better, but I mean, since it's a BrickHead, they can't really go any farther than that. But as far as the mask goes, for the front of his mask, or like the breathing part of it, I think this is a new element altogether, a new piece. And it's basically a 2x2 tile, but cut in half. So it's literally cut in half because it's literally half a stud. So you can't connect it with a stud over here. You just have to connect it on the top of it. And obviously it can tilt around like that, but it looks kind of silly. And instead of the printed round 1x1 tiles, it's just plain round 1x1 tiles, because obviously he doesn't he's wearing a mask, so you can't see his eyes at all. And the other printed bricks, actually this one actually has quite a few printed pieces. This one I showed, which is the half 2x2 tile, and this one I call it the train piece. I still don't I wish I had all the pieces, Lego pieces, memorized, because they each have their own name. But I'll just call this the train piece because I see it frequently in those type of sets. So it's a printed 2x4 train piece, or I'll just say slope, I guess. Slope piece, which has the top of his helmet, which is printed. And then there's a bunch of slope pieces over here for the top of his helmet, and then there's one for the side. But yeah, again, I don't really like the look of his helmet. It's kind of choppy. It looks weird over here because obviously it's supposed to continue like this. I kind of feel like they could have put another 1x2 slope over here in the side, but that would be kind of an illegal technique because there's no way they could have inserted it in that for a traditional BrickHead, so it wouldn't work. I kind of feel like modifying this and trying to make a better helmet, but I will try to do that. It will take a long time though, because designing BrickHeadz is not really a joke at all, because it takes a lot of planning to just get anything right for the BrickHead, to get the looks and everything. And the other printed pieces are this, which is the printed 1x4 tile for his belt. Again, I don't really watch Star Wars that much, so I'm not really sure what any of the significance of any of these parts of his suit. And over here is, I can probably take it off and then show you. It's a 1x2x2, I'm assuming. 1x2x2 brick, which is printed for the front of his suit. So that is cool. And inside you obviously get those round 2x2 bricks. And then yeah, he gets a standard lightsaber. I don't know why this arm is pointed out like that. I think it's supposed to show that he's currently using the Force. So you could probably do stop motions with that, using that. And you can obviously always reposition it if you want. But as far as I know, I think the set showed that it had to be in this position. And his cape is also supposed to be always, there's pieces on the back, which is the slope, and then 2x4 tile, and then pieces on the side also to complete the caped look. And since, again, like I said before, they spent a lot of money on the printed pieces itself, it's not really, they didn't really spend any more money for the printed 2x4 tiles that they used to do. I think back in when they had like 20 BrickHeadz made, they used to always make this printed and it would say Series 1 or Series 2, but they stopped doing that, and you know, you just ended up getting a plain thing. So I don't know what this piece is called, because it's a mixture of a 1x4 plate and a 1x4 tile. But you get a 1x4 tile, a 2x4 tile, and then a 6x6 plate, and this as usual. But some of them will be modified because the newer, smaller BrickHeadz are there, and they had to modify the placement of that, like so it would fit perfectly. So yeah, that's Darth Vader. Like it, but I really like it, but again, the helmet is not really looking too good for me. It just looks kind of blocky. I mean, obviously BrickHeadz are supposed to be blocky, but it's a little too blocky for our Darth Vader helmet, for his helmet look. So I would definitely try to change it. I'm definitely going to try to change it and see what I can do. Next one is the Stormtrooper. He's supposed to be just a standard Stormtrooper, but I think this more specifically, this is the TR-ATAR-R. It's the traitor, the guy that yells out traitor to Finn. I think that's him, because, I mean, even though he has a gun, I feel like, well, maybe all of them do have the stuff on the back, but yeah, maybe this is just a standard one. I'm just overthinking it. The legs, as usual, I mean, not as usual this time, because it's supposed to show that he has a lot of accessories on his leg, or for any Stormtrooper. So they modified it a little bit and just made it look like he had a lot of pads and like pockets and everything. So that is represented by a 1x1 tile, two of them, one on the side and one for the front for both of them. I think usually the gun is supposed to be holstered on the leg, but obviously it's a BrickHeadz, so you can't really show that. That's why they just show this, like the pockets, 1x1 tiles. On the back is just, I think, part of their suit. I don't know exactly how it looks. I have to look at the pictures again. And then on the back of the helmet, it's just gray over here and then white. And just to complete the helmet look, they used a lot of slope pieces. 4 of them to just complete the Stormtrooper look, and then more slopes over here on the top to complete that look. And for the ears, or like to show the roundness of the helmet, they used these new pizza slices, as I like to call these. These are also tiles, but I don't know exactly what they're called, so I'm just going to call them pizza slices because that's the first time I saw it, when there's like a pizza printed on it. And compared to the Darth Vader helmet, this is 10 times better, because it just looks like they put a lot of more detail into it, and they could, you know, yeah, again, put a lot of detail on it. And then 2 printed slopes over here. I feel like the printing is kind of bad on this one because it kind of looks slanted. It almost looks like a sticker at this point. It obviously can't be seen on camera. You can see a little bit over here. It's kind of slanted over there, which is kind of disappointing. But no one really notices that when you put it on display. And the last 2 pieces, printed pieces, are the 2x2 slope to show the front part of his mask, like the kind of breathing part of it, I guess. And then the 1x4 tile on the bottom to show his belt. Can take that off, and then you'll basically see nothing. It's just a belt, actually. and then 1x1 round studs with the hole in it to complete that look again. And I really like how they did the helmet for this one, because instead of doing printing and just doing like, yeah, just printing and just leaving it boring like that, they instead decided to just complete the look by just putting a 1x4 tile here and then just using the slanted pieces to just cover it up and like finish the helmet look. So that's really cool. And again, the same thing like I talked before. Yeah, so two really great BrickHeadz. There's obviously I really prefer the Stormtrooper one a lot more than the Darth Vader one, but that's just my opinion. Some people might like the Darth Vader one more. But other than that, thank you for watching. Comment, like, and subscribe.